to another video. Sorry about not filming a video in the past week. It's been a crazy week last week, and I just never had the energy at all to film a video, but I'm back today with a fall TBR. I have a lot of books here, as you can see. So, without further ado, let's get started. And these books are handpicked by the preferences of the good fall season. So there's some horror in here. There's some pretty deep, heavy stuff in here. So I'm pretty excited about the months of September to November. So if I'm making this video way too long, I have 14 books here, so let's get into it. The first book I want to show off is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. I'm already at page 390 so far, and this is definitely in a contender of like top 10 best Stephen King I've read so far. I mean, I'm already halfway through it, and this is part of my big book September. So I'm hoping to knock this out by the end of September. So if you don't know 11/22/63, it's about a English teacher in 2011 who travels back to 1958 and lives for 4 years in the past, and he tries to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And we learned that he might have a love interest. I just got to that part, so I'm learning more about her. So I can't wait to conquer this bad boy. That's 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Next up, and like I said, this is in like no particular order, but I want to get to Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King. It's a novella, so this is basically about just the cycle of the werewolf, and it's really, really short, and there are some really, really cool illustrations in here, so let's see what they look like. There's one. There's some more. So yeah, I can definitely finish this on Halloween day and night. That's actually my preference, so I'll definitely read this on Halloween. So Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King. Next up, we have my first Grady Hendrix book, We Sold Our Souls. Like I said, this is like the first Grady Hendrix book I got, and never got a chance to get to it, but this is about a guitarist, see that? And she like tries to like deal with the devil, and it sounds kind of supernatural-ish, so this one definitely sounds like a blast, and I really can't wait to get to it. So October is going to be a very, very challenging month for me, so We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix. Next up, and I made the assumption that I can like knock out 3 huge books in September. That's not going to happen. So I'm probably just going to save this for December, and that is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I mentioned this a couple times in my videos, but This is basically about a kid who befriends an imaginary friend, and he wants to, or the imaginary friend wants to do something to the town by Christmas. So, don't know much about this. I've heard mixed feelings about it, so I'll give it a try. And if I don't like it, I might just switch to the audiobook to get through it faster. But that's Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Next up, I didn't get a chance to get to this in August, but I really hope that I can knock it out really, really soon, and that is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This is his third published novel. I've already read Final Girls, The Last Time I Lied, earlier this year. I really enjoyed them, and I heard that this is probably one of his best ones, and it's got like a haunted house element, but this follows like a nanny who like looks after some kids, and she's like in an apartment complex, and paranormal stuff start to happen, and sounds good, so I'll definitely give it a try really, really soon when I want to finish some of the other books on this list. Because my God, this is already looking pretty terrifying, but that's Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Next up, speaking of terrifying, and I definitely will not get to this month, but this one will be slated for November, and that is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. And I mentioned that this is one of the most depressing books ever written. It's basically about 4 college guys who like live life day after day. A lot of stuff happens to them. This is a very serious read. If I'm not mistaken, I think it follows all the way to their adult lives. So, yeah, I'm pretty terrified to read this one, but I heard that it's a really, really well done novel. And it's a huge one, by the way. So, like I said, my big book September is definitely not going to work because this was slated for September, and that's, yeah, no. But that is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Next up, it's not an intimidating book, but this is going to be my main Stephen King book for November, and that is The Long Walk. I've mentioned this so many times on my channel already, but this is about a annual event that happens where a group of 100 boys walk for a very long amount of time, and they have to like keep at a speed of like 4 miles an hour. If they fail, the moderators shoot them dead in the street. So I bet I can probably knock this out in like a week or so because it's very tiny and I like this format. So The Long Walk by Stephen King, or in this case, Richard Bachman. Next up is going to be my main Stephen King book for October, and that is Salem's Lot. That's right, guys. I'm finally going to get to this bad boy after 11/22/63, and this is his second published novel. It is a straight vampire horror, and I definitely can't wait to get to this. I've heard a mixed bag about this, but it is a classic in its own right, so definitely can't wait to get to this one. That is Salem's Lot. That pile's getting huge. Well, we're halfway there, and the next book I want to show off is The Shadows by Alex North. This is going to be part of my summer Ween reading challenge. That didn't happen, but I guess a quick mention, I managed to read 3 books during that reading rush. I read, God, what did I read? I read Video Night, I read Welcome to Dead House, and I read The Troop by Nick Cutter. And I really enjoyed all of those, so I definitely want to check this one out. But this is kind of like It meets Slender Man. This is about like some kids that go back to like uncover a mystery, and this one sounds really, really fun, and I bet I will have a really good time reading it in October. Only if I can get to it. So that is The Shadows by Alex North. My next read in October is Helter Skelter, the true story of the Manson murders. Yeah. Now, if A Little Life is scaring me, I think this one is scaring me more because it's nonfiction, and I really don't read that much nonfiction, but we all know about the Manson murder, so this really, really dives deep into the Charlie Manson and his followers, so definitely going to be a terrifying read and a very heavy graphic read, so I definitely can't wait to get to this one. And I'll probably like read it in between Salem's Lot, so that's Helter Skelter by Vincent Bugliosi and Kurt Gentry. And I have 4 more books on this pile, so let's knock them out. The next book I want to get to, and I really hope I do because I didn't get to it in the summer, is Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. This is the book that represents Scooby-Doo meets It, so sounds like a very fun premise, and I really can't wait to get to it, so Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. The next book is another shot at literary fiction, and that is Long Bright River by Liz Moore. This has been on my TBR for quite some time now, and I haven't got a chance to get to it, but this follows 2 sisters. One is a Philadelphia cop. The other is like an opioid addicted, really messed up sister, and yeah, this one sounds like a very, very heavy read, and I never read anything about the opioid crisis. I actually have another book in here called Dope Sick by Beth Macy. I'll probably like show a blurb up there when I edit, but yeah, like I said, this is a fictionalized book, and it is definitely going to be a very heavy read, so that's Long Bright River by Liz Moore. And the final 2 books I have on this TBR are going to be Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is going to be another Summerween book that I wanted to get to, but obviously I didn't. But this is straight up haunted house stuff, so definitely can't wait to get to this one. It's going to be a blast, and it'll be a perfect book to read in October. So October is going to look very, very daunting to me, so we'll see what I can do. But that's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And the final book on this list is one of my most recent pickups, and it's a very recent August release, and that is Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Caesar. And this is basically about a group of kids who uncover kind of like a murderous clown in a cornfield. And this one sounds straight up like a slasher flick, so definitely can't wait to get to this one. It's going to be a blast, and I definitely want to blast it. So it's not that long either. Oh yeah, and this is YA, so it's going to be a pretty easy read. So it's Clown in the Cornfield by Adam Caesar. And that's all the books I want to get to in the months of September to November. And I'm probably just going to count like December, because why not? But if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section if you read these books, if you want to find out more about these books, or just leave me a nice message. Much appreciated. Stay awesome and keep reading, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.